Cancer, I'm Lisi, the High Priestess, and this can be a nice story you might listen to because I like stories. Anyways, press like, subscribe, notification bell. With the notification bell, you can get my lives. If not, you have to wait 12 hours. This is a brand new channel with my old name. Okay. Alicia Keys, I keep on falling in and out in love with you. Okay. Also, I see prison. This is a story of prison, okay? The Page of Cups, what I did when I was young, my upbringing in prison, the things I saw from prison, as a child looking at someone being in prison. Like that inmate was the person I was in love with. Okay, someone could be in love with an inmate right here or Five of Pentacles. All right. Also, learning how to love yourself when you're in confided space like this, when no one loves you, when the seasons are going by, and no one has came to reach out to you. Also, this is the memories of a child, an orphan child, because I feel like someone is four walls. Okay, this is a prison. Also, you could be working in prison or you could be a mason. Okay, you work in jail, and the different stories that you hear from everyone. When people get in front of the Masons, they start changing stories, start acting funny. Okay, stories start to change. Okay, but the story changed when someone went to prison. So prison stories, also you could be watching things on the news about prison. Okay, also the homeless shelter right here, also the orphanage. It was prison being in an orphanage for someone right here. Okay, the horror stories that you hear of the orphanage. Also the horror stories of the poor. And there on this picture, the Five of Pentacles, there is a child here without any shoes. All right, and they're out in the cold. Everything is covered but their feet, but there's snow everywhere and their feet hurt. Okay. um there could be a fur baby that's being left outside. Be mindful of our fur babies that are outside. It is snowing. Make sure you find some kind of shelter for a dog. Also, I feel like I hear animal brutality. Okay. And I would like to say I don't condone that shit. You're doing some kind of shit like that, get the fuck off my channel. All right. This is not for people who abuse animals. I'm sorry. One thing is giving your dog a little whooping or something for doing something, but like this is straight abuse. Someone has like a dog tied up. I feel like someone's gonna get someone's calling the cops on someone about how they're treating their animal or something like that. I pray they get fined or go to jail or something. I don't know. Don't have pets if you can't afford them. I don't know. I feel like someone is saying this to someone. Okay. I feel like you could actually be the one working with the cops or whoever this is. Someone saying like this is not this is unacceptable. Also, I feel like the stories of the lost. These are the stories of the lost voices, the voices that never got heard. Okay, so I feel like you could be. Also, I hear unsolved mysteries. I also feel like there's this institution that like it's haunted. Like it could be like a prison that's haunted, or there's a cell that's haunted. I remember I've spoke this, but I think it was in a Taurus reading a long, long time ago. But this is like a cell or something. All right. Alcatraz is what I hear. Also, how did someone get this cell phone in that cell? Someone's watching me through jail. It's got to be someone that works there. Okay. An upgrade too. I feel like someone's getting a higher position. All right. I feel like someone's like in booking or something. I feel like you're gonna get a higher position doing something else. The real work is what I hear too. All right. There's people that sit behind a desk and there's people that actually go out there and handle business. You know what I mean? Um, Also a prison mind mentality. Okay. Also being raised in the hood. Okay. Ghetto stories is what I hear. Hood stories. All right. The Five of Pentacles right here. I feel like someone's wishing like they have lost hope. The stars are right above them, but they're so focused on the snow. I'm getting all of this from this picture alone. Okay. Also, I feel like Russia. Ukrainian, like all that, something very significant is going to happen. I feel like in 5 days, something important between the Russians and the Ukrainians is going to happen. All right, it's going to be on the news. There already has been something, but I feel like there's something brand new in 5 days. All right. The Eight of Wands, and here's the Chariot. Military. Also, this reminds me of what happened with that WNBA or whatever, that player. Okay, so we're speaking on that. Crazy how they negotiated to let go of terrorists to get a but Mexico be El Chapo's waiting, like, El Chapo be like. Also politics. There's something like going on as far as politics, but like I said, it's all political. I don't know. Someone is a police officer right here, or is a mason. Someone's in the government. All right. There's going to be major changes with the poor. Also, do you notice how much politicians want your vote and how much they're so generous to the poor every time there's elections? So we have to reap the benefits of them trying to win us over to fuck us over later on in the future, with all due respect. Also, a change in democracy is what I hear. This also reminds me of what happened with Peru. You know, also military power. Also, there's going to be more recruited people. Like they're going to go hard on recruiting people for the military. All right, there's going to be a lot more positions opened. I feel like there's going to be a lot more government assistance as far as the military. That's what I'm getting. I think that's a little worldwide, but that's what I'm getting. Also, someone's going to become a politician right here, the Hermit. Ooh, the Star card. Someone's going to be a high-ranking military man, or someone is here, like you're a police officer, or like you're moving up to detective or something like that. All right. Like you're upgrading. The song is upgrade you. Like you're like you went from nothing to all of a sudden becoming somebody. Someone's becoming somebody out of nowhere. All right. And I think it's because of their knowledge. They were raised in the hood, or they come from the hood or from the block, or like they did something so amazing, like to where this is might come down into history. The Nine of Coins, someone's going to be really happy. Like I feel like someone like was only a rookie for maybe 8 months. Okay. It has taken like someone 5 years to get there, and I feel like in matter of 5 months, whoever this is, in 5 months, 5 to 8 months, this person right here has like, yo, you ain't a rookie. How do you know all this shit? I know all this shit because I grew up poor. I learned how to survive the struggle. I learned, I come from the block. I really am from the block. All right. So I know how people, you know, I know how people are. I can tell how a person is, and I know my community. I know who's from who. I know whose kid is from who. Like, yeah, because someone came up from the hood. All right. Six of Staff. Yeah, they survived the fucking hood. They survived the hood. Like, they did what they had to do to survive the hood. Okay. Like, yeah, someone's like, yeah, man, I used to have to steal and shit. Like, I used to have to steal, man. There was times I was pulling licks and shit. Like, I was out here hustling in the streets. Like, I know what it is. I know who's a booster. Like, someone knows who's a booster, who's a drug dealer. Like, also, this is the kind of people you get to meet when you're working in prison. You get to meet the baddest of the baddest, out there in the streets. So you get to hear a lot of different stories, and every time it's like, damn, that shit is fucking crazy. Like, that shit is fucking crazy. You're out there with your peers and shit like this. This kind of reminds me of Freeway Ricky Ross. No, 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 no. Well, yeah, Freeway Ricky Ross. Okay, he was in prison, and Rick Ross was his actual it was his security guard. He was working in that prison, and he used to, peep a lot of game out from Freeway Ricky Ross. Okay. Also, I feel like someone is famous from, talking to all these hustlers. Like, this reminds me a lot on like Vice TV or like Vlad TV, um, like Underground Belly or whatever, Hood Vlogs. What's there's so many of them. Someone has became famous from hood stories, from meeting like hood celebrities. All right. Like, they're still like, someone's doing interviews with these prison people or something like that. Someone becomes famous off of hood stories. And that's what I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, to have this kind of access, someone like had nothing, like they started from their cell phone and came up on like meeting these hustlers and making interviews off of them, and then putting it on YouTube, and someone has became famous from this. All right, now you know a lot of people of importance, important statuses in the hood and inside of the jail cell. Also, this is definitely giving me federal. Okay, like, if you were a cop, you are have now became a federal Fed agent. Like, you're in this bitch. And so I'm just going to leave it at that. Congratulations on your new position.